Welcome to Conversations. I'm Muqtedar Khan. Today I'm going to talk to you about a rather tragic and terrible event that has taken place just a few hours ago in Kabul. Uh, I'm going to talk to you about the terrorist attack on a hotel in Kabul, which was reputed for hosting many Chinese investors and citizens who had come to explore business opportunities in Afghanistan. But before I do that, please subscribe to Conversations, like the video, and press the bell icon so that you get notifications when I post my next video. So, what essentially happened yesterday, according to many of the reports, that ISKP, Islamic State of Khorasan province, claimed that it has attacked this hotel. The reports are very sketchy. The Taliban claimed that only two foreigners were injured, and three of the assailants were killed, and about 21 people were injured. But the videos that we are seeing on social media of for people trying to escape the hotel, jumping out of the window, one gentleman fell several floors, really are heartbreaking. But nevertheless, this attack coming soon after the border skirmish that Afghanistan has had with Pakistan really makes it very difficult for the international community to take any further steps towards normalizing relations with Taliban. The United States has already been complaining that Afghanistan's new government, the Taliban, have failed to fulfill one of their obligations, which was to ensure that Afghanistan does not become a place where extremist groups and terrorist groups can survive, plan, and plot. But the fact that Ayman Zawahiri was found in Kabul and killed by the US in a drone attack sends a signal that the Taliban are not serious about eliminating the presence of Al Qaeda in Afghanistan. On the contrary, they are allowing the leaders of Al Qaeda to essentially live in homes in Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan. Now, following that, this particular attack by ISKP continues to show that, in spite of all the claims that the Taliban make about trying to make Afghanistan secure and fighting extremist organizations, ISKP is still capable of launching such a massive attack, which actually lasted apparently for more than an hour or two. So there was actually a gunfight near the hotel and in the hotel to end this particular attack by ISKP. So the claim that Afghanistan's security forces and the Taliban are making it difficult for terrorist groups to survive and plan. And this was not just a random attack. The country that has stepped forward the most to help Afghanistan, even though it has not yet recognized the Taliban government, was the Chinese government. Chinese entrepreneurs were willing to risk their lives and come to Kabul and invest in new businesses. And you could see the competition between India and China to have some kind of influence in Kabul and find ways to have relationship with the Taliban without actually recognizing them had already begun. But I think this is going to be a major setback for Afghan-Chinese relations. The Chinese ambassador had actually requested the Taliban to provide higher security to Chinese citizens in Kabul just a day before this attack happened. And now that the attack has happened, it tells us that the Chinese intelligence was doing a better job than the Taliban about the threats to the Chinese citizens in Afghanistan. And the Chinese foreign minister has already requested all the Chinese citizens who are in Kabul to leave Afghanistan on security grounds. So this message is being sent to the rest of the world that the Taliban have not made sure that Afghanistan is safe. It is quite ironic that when the Taliban were not in power, they were the source of terrorist attacks in Kabul. And now that they are in power, they are the target of terrorist attacks. Poor Afghans, poor Afghanistan. Apparently, there is no relief from terrorism, no matter who is in charge in Kabul. And with regards to the attack on Pakistani civilians near the border, the Chaman place on the border near Kandahar, the the Taliban government has apparently apologized to the Pakistanis, and the Pakistani government feels that the issue is closed. But the fact that more than 6 or 7 civilians were killed and about more than a dozen others were injured, and then in the response, Pakistanis claimed that they killed about 8 or 9 Taliban fighters. But this attack came from the Afghan Taliban, the government of Taliban. Their security forces were the ones which had launched an attack on the neighboring state. And this is the dispute about the border, the Durand line. So right now, Pakistan is facing attack from 2 Talibans, the Taliban, Tehreek Pakistan, and the Afghan Taliban. So the message that Afghanistan is sending is that neither is it safe to do business, and nor is it safe for its own citizens. On top of all of that, the Taliban have now resumed their public demonstration of what they call the Sharia law, beating women, thrashing them, and also conducting public executions. So I wish and I pray that Afghan people who have suffered since 1979 see better days, and hopefully they will get a better and a more humane government in the near future. Until then, let's pray for them. This is Muqtedar Khan. I hope you found this small update on what is going on in Afghanistan useful. And if you do, please subscribe to Khanversations, like the video, ring the bell icon, and do remember to share with your friends and your network. Take care.